The Las Vegas Sphere is a massive hit for pretty much everybody, except for motorists that have to drive by it on a day-to-day basis. Now, an $800 million sphere is going to be built in London. Just when you thought the England capital had enough big fancy buildings, another one pops up. But one building in the works is going to be a little bit different from the rest. The Las Vegas Sphere was plastered across the internet recently when U2 kicked off their residency there, with Bono calling it a fancy pad. For those wanting an immersive experience of With or Without You, the band hosted the first ever concert in the 336 feet high, 516 feet wide sphere. And yes, it's as mad as it sounds. The high-tech music venue has floor-to-ceiling video screens and costs $2.3 billion to make. There's been plans to build one in the UK for a while now, but there's just been a few obstacles to starting construction. The $800 million London Sphere project plans were unveiled not long after the American one back in 2018, and it would be just as epic in high-tech. It was supposed to be open in the UK about a year after Vegas, but it's not even close. MSG London Sphere is planned for a former Olympics coach park in Stratford in the capital, but locals have complained against it. Among their complaints, campaigners argue that the screens on the outside of the mega venue would worsen light pollution in the area, and they're definitely not wrong. Planning approval was granted in 2022 by the London Legacy Development Corporation. However, an article issued earlier this year by Leveling Up Secretary Michael Gove stops the LLDC or London Mayor Sadiq Khan from approving the plans without his oversight. Negotiations now continue to get the MSG Sphere construction started. James Dolan is behind the Las Vegas Sphere project and told Variety building the Sphere in London is still going ahead. That is definitely a big part of the business plan to build more spheres all over the world. And by the way, different sized ones as well. Probably much bigger than the one in Vegas, but we've actually gone through already architectural drawings and designs for smaller spheres for smaller markets as well. On X, users called the Sphere incredibly awesome and potentially the best $2.5 billion ever spent. Others say it's a completely epic venue for concerts and has by far the most mind-blowing visuals with limitless potential. However, the Stop MSG Sphere campaign group says the Sphere will severely blight the area, cause noise and light pollution, unmanageable overcrowding, and transport chaos in Stratford and Maryland. Oh, how dare they? Happening in this week's What The? A U.S. stadium has barred the entrance of an emotional support alligator. The alligator named Wally was barred from entering the stadium to meet the players of the Philadelphia Phillies, though he's still hoping a meetup will be possible in the future. Joey Henney and Wally attempted to enter the Philadelphia Phillies' Citizens Bank Park on the day of their home game against the Pittsburgh Pirates. Henney explained to CNN Sports that Wally was at the stadium after he had been invited to meet the Phillies players and their partners before the game against the Pirates. However, because they arrived late to the stadium, the players were already out warming up, meaning Wally was not able to spend time with them. So we bought tickets, and Wally has been into other baseball games, so we assumed it was okay, Henney said. We never asked or checked with anybody, but they allow only service animals, such as dogs or horses, into the stadium, not emotional support animals. Henney added, they've got their rules, and we've got to go by their rules. I can't go there and make my own. According to Citizens Bank Park guidelines, certified service dogs and service dogs in training for guests with special needs are welcome. All other animals are prohibited. Despite the disappointment, Henny is optimistic that he and Wally will be able to return to meet the Phillies players before the MLB playoffs start. Wally is Henny's emotional support animal and has blossomed into an internet sensation, amassing a large social media following due to his relaxed nature and willingness to engage with all. Wally can be seen sharing hugs at schools, police stations, and hospitals, with Henny leading him around by his harness. Wally has been quite different than any alligator I've ever dealt with in the past 30 years, said Henny. He doesn't show anger, he doesn't show aggression, he hasn't since the day he was caught. We never could understand why. He's just lovable. He sleeps with me, steals my pillows, steals my blankets. He's just awesome.
Now, would you like a hug?
I'm good.
Thanks for watching your weekly tech update. If you have a story you think we need to feature on the program, shoot me an email, djraymcneil@gmail.com. Find us on Facebook at Your Weekly Tech Update, and check out the podcast. Audio and video versions available on Google, iTunes, Audio Burst, and elsewhere on the interwebs. Till next time, I'm Ray McNeil. Stay safe and stay healthy, everyone. And now, here's your moment of joy.
This dog is incredibly smart and also knows the funniest commands ever. When his mom is cold,
I'm cold.
he will bring her a blanket right away. He's named after Sirius Black from Harry Potter. I like that.
Sirius, close the gate.
He can close gates, he knows how to clean up, and he can even act like a bunch of animals if you say their name. And he loves it all. Just look at his cute little tail wagging the whole time. He also goes in his cage if you say Azkaban.
Azkaban.
Only Harry Potter fans will get that. He also won't take treats if they are from Voldemort.
What if it's from Voldemort?
Only from Mom.
What if it's from Mom?
This dog's training is my favorite ever.
I love dogs.
Made a life-size rug replica of my dog that just lays around like a rug. First I got some great pictures of his lazy butt and then transformed them into a pop art style drawing. Then I had to teach myself how to make a rug. Actually, the first step was woodworking because I need a frame to make a rug, and Braxton is too big to fit on a rug frame you can just buy. The next step was to stretch the base cloth and project Braxton life-size to trace him on. Then I used a tufting gun to blast yarn into the cloth and bring Braxton's fuzziness to life. Once he was fully fuzzed, I glued the back to seal the yarn. When that dried, I got to cut him out. Then I added some cloth backing to give him a finished look. Braxton, you wanna lay on a rug of yourself? Yes. How is it? Comfy? Give me your paw if you love it. Yes, good boy. You're welcome.
Your weekly tech update brought to you by Holiday Home Care, Phillip Island, Victoria, Australia. It's your turn to relax. Before you get on holiday on the island, contact Holiday Home Care. We can set up your residence or holiday rental, do the shopping for you, provide linen and towels, and make sure it's all ready by the time you get here, giving you more time to enjoy what Phillip Island has to offer. For more information, visit holidayhomecarepi.com or email holidayhomecarepi@gmail.com.